What advice would you give to a brand new recruiter that's just starting off in 2023?
Be very, very careful who you're listening to and who you're taking advice from. There are a lot of gurus in the recruiting space, a lot. And so, yes, most of them have at some point had recruiting experience where they've run their own agencies, but many of them are currently not in the industry. This thing is constantly changing. And so if you haven't been recruiting for 3 years, and you're trying to teach somebody how to recruit, the information that you're putting out there is likely obsolete. One thing that you might want to ask whoever you're listening to is, are you currently recruiting? How many placements did we make this year? How big is your team? What niche are you currently recruiting in? And if they're not, then that needs to be a moment for you to pause and really kind of recalibrate where you're getting your information. Very, very important.
What advice would you give those recruiters to be successful and stay successful in 2023?
One is really assessing the consistency and stability of your revenue. If you're seeing large volatility swings in your revenue stream, meaning 1 month you're crushing it, the next month it's nothing, so on and so forth, that's something that you really need to ask yourself, why? What am I doing operationally that is injecting this volatility into my business? Because it does not have to be that way. And ultimately, that state is what's probably holding you back from whatever the next level is, whatever the next step is for you. You really need to take a look at how you're operating, how you're fulfilling for clients, and making sure that you are zigging while everybody is zagging.
If everything that you've gone through now, everything that you've learned, if you can go back, take all that information to the very beginning of your recruiting career and talk to yourself, what advice would you give yourself?
Oh man, definitely start with direct hire, not staffing. That would be one of the first ones. Don't undervalue the importance of building relationships and rapport with people. I think that gets lost by a lot of recruiters and really kind of creates this commodity phenomenon within our industry. The human element, really striving to ultimately earn the trust and respect of your client so much so to the point where they invite you into their business almost as an extension of their HR department is ultimately what we need to be shooting for. And so there's a lot of soft skills that are required there and a lot of effort beyond just taking a client call or doing a discovery call or submitting candidates. There's so much more beyond that to be able to achieve that. And that's something that I missed early on, that I didn't totally get. So having that more at the forefront of what I was focused on would have been useful for sure.